Let's have a look at some apartments or condos in Brazil costing $50,000, $100,000 and $200,000. And all of these apartments are in the city of Joinville, which is in the state of Santa Catarina in the south of Brazil. And it's a medium-sized city. It's got about 660,000 inhabitants. It's located near the coast. And it's about a 2.5-hour drive from the city of Florianopolis, which is the capital of the state. And it's quite a pretty, organized, safe, and affluent city, with the main industries being manufacturing, technology, and finance. But one thing to note is that it doesn't have really nice beaches in the city, but you don't have to drive very far, less than an hour, and you can get to some nice beaches close by. And the real estate agents selling these properties are Principe Imoveis, and also Felipe Carvalho, and I'll leave a link to them in the description below. So let's have a look at these apartments. So this is the first apartment. It's got 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and a balcony. And the total size is 44 square meters, which is 470 square feet. So it's not the biggest apartment, but the price tag is 280,000 reais, which is $53,000. So this apartment is brand new. That's why it's not furnished. So when you enter the apartment, you come straight into this open plan living room and dining room. And to the left is the kitchen and the laundry room. So you can see they've tiled the walls in the kitchen and installed 2 granite sinks. So the first sink is for the kitchen, and then the second sink is in kind of the laundry area, they call it. And if you look out the window here, you can see some other big towers. And this is quite a big apartment complex, so there are 7 buildings in total. There's a swimming pool and some other facilities, and I'll show you those later. So the kitchens are a good size. I guess you'd put all the kitchen cupboards and the fridge and everything on the right side here, where you've got the sink. And then this is the living room and dining area. And then you've got the balcony straight ahead. And then to the left, you've got the 2 bedrooms and the bathroom. Here in the living space, they put down grey tiles, which is very common in apartments. But I'm not a big fan of that. I prefer a laminate flooring or wood flooring. And here's the first bedroom. And here they put laminate flooring in, which is better. And it's an okay size. It's not the biggest. But you can fit a double bed and a small wardrobe in here. It'll be a bit of a tight fit, but it is just possible. And then here's the bathroom, which is an okay size. You can see the cable sticking out there in the shower area. So that's where you would connect an electric shower. So this apartment doesn't have a hot water heater or anything. I mean, you can install one and put the heater in the laundry room, but it'll be an extra cost. And then here's the second bedroom, which is basically the same size as the other one. So again, you can just about fit a double bed and a wardrobe in here. And the views out of the window are okay. So you got nice trees and a little woodland there to the right, which is quite nice. And then let's have a look at the balcony. So it's pretty small, not much privacy either. So you can see the neighbor's balconies pretty close by from the other building. But it does have a charcoal barbecue, which is pretty common in apartments here in the south of Brazil. And let's just have a look at the apartment complex and the facilities. So you've got a barbecue area, and then here's the swimming pool, which is okay. It's got some nice trees surrounding it, but you have to remember a lot of people live here. I mean, you've got 7 buildings, and this is the only swimming pool and barbecue area for all of these buildings. Okay, so now let's have a look at the next apartment. So this apartment has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a balcony. And the total size is 70 square meters, which is 750 square feet. And the price is 570,000 reais, which is $109,000. So this is the open plan living room and dining room, and you've got the kitchen here to the right. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of these mirrors that they put up on the wall. I guess it is to make the apartment look bigger. And here's the kitchen, which is a good size. And this apartment comes with all the kitchen cupboards and everything, because this isn't a new apartment. And then you've got the laundry area at the end there with a washing machine and a separate sink. You can see they put a net on the windows. So they do that a lot in Brazil if they've got young children or if they have pets like cats, just to make sure they don't fall out the window. And then here's the living room again. You can see the TVs on the wall on the left there. And those 2 things there, I think are shishas that you used to smoke, I think. You don't see many of those in Brazil. And here's the dining area, and then beyond that is the balcony. You can see this balcony is much bigger than the previous one. So you've got a charcoal barbecue again, but you've got a sink and a cupboard above it as well. So there's a lot more space here. And the view from the balcony is nicer as well. You've got some nice trees here, giving you more privacy from the neighbors. Oh, you've got a little separate door there to the laundry room and the kitchen as well. So that's handy. So you don't need to walk into the apartment and around in order to get to the kitchen. And here's the first bathroom. It's been fully furnished. You can see the electric shower there at the end. And then here's the first bedroom, which they've converted into an office. And it looks pretty small, but they have put in quite big wardrobes there to the right. So the room is actually an okay size, and you'll be able to fit a double bed in here if you remove those wardrobes. And here's the second bedroom, which is a kid's bedroom. So they put a single bed in here, a small desk, and then a big wardrobe behind here, which you can see takes up a lot of the space. So this is similar size to the first bedroom we saw. And then here's the master bedroom, which is significantly bigger. I've installed storage above the bed here, and then a wardrobe as well here to the left, and then a chest of drawers to the right. And then an okay view out the window, and you can see a cat there at the bottom left. So that's why they've got nets on the windows to stop the cat coming out. And you got a bathroom here to the left, which is a good size. And you can see the electric shower here. So the apartment doesn't have a gas boiler to heat the hot water. And then let's just have a look at the apartment complex. So it's called Garden Achiradores. It has 5 buildings. And here the facility is a lot better. So it has a gym, barbecue area, party area, a playground, and quite a big swimming pool as well. Okay, and this next apartment has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a balcony, and 2 parking spaces. Total size is 110 square meters, which is 1,180 square feet. And this is a brand new apartment building, and there are various apartments for sale. So this apartment here costs 887,000 reais, which is $170,000 if you want it unfurnished. But if you want the apartment furnished, like the one you're seeing here, then it is 1.1 million reais, which is $210,000. So you can see the open plan living room and dining room is much bigger than the previous apartment. But saying that, there's still no hallway or anything when you walk through the door. You come straight into the living room. To the left here is the kitchen, which is a good size. It's got very nice granite worktop, nice breakfast bar. And at the far end, you've got a laundry room. But if it was me buying this apartment, I'd probably choose the unfurnished one and install a cheaper kitchen, because they're like charging $40,000 just to furnish this apartment, which is a lot of money. And here's the balcony, which is big. You can see they've combined it with the living area. So there are no doors or anything separating the balcony from the living area, which I think looks really good. And they're able to do this because they put glass all around the balcony. Now this glass opens up and you can slide them away, so you can have the balcony all open. But when it's raining and cold, then you can close it all as well. And also it's got electric blinds as well, which is very handy. And let's have a look at the bedrooms. And this door is a bit hidden actually, because they're using the same wood as the cupboards. Bedroom's an okay size. They put in some big wardrobes here, which makes it look a lot smaller. So if you didn't have these big wardrobes, you'd be able to fit a double bed in here. This is a second bedroom. This is a bit bigger, but again, they put in some big wardrobes, which makes it look a lot smaller than it actually is. I personally would have put in some smaller wardrobes to make the room look bigger, but it's a decent size. I like the black window frames, I think they look nice. And this bedroom also has nice views. And then here's the bathroom, which is really nice. You can see here they put in a normal shower, so this apartment does have a gas boiler for hot water. And then here's the third bedroom, which is the master bedroom. So this is a good size. And at the far end there, we've got mirrors. That's where you've got a walk-in closet and the ensuite bathroom. And then they put a little vanity area here to the left. And it's just showing that all the bedroom windows have these electric shutters, which is very handy. Let's have a look at the walk-in wardrobe and the ensuite bathroom. So that's pretty cool. They kind of hid it in here. First of all, we got the walk-in closet. So you've got some shelves and drawers here to the left. And then to the right, you've got lots of space to hang your clothes. So this looks really good. And then through here is the ensuite bathroom, which is slightly on the small side. I was expecting it to be bigger, but the shower to the right here looks nice. And they put nice granite here next to the sink. In terms of the apartment buildings, this is much smaller. It's just one building. There's just 17 apartments in total. But it still has a swimming pool, a barbecue, and party area, and a playground. Okay, so hopefully that's given you a feel for what type of apartment you can get for your money here in the south of Brazil. Obviously, prices vary a lot depending on which city you choose. And I chose Joinville because here property prices are a bit more reasonable compared to other cities. So for example, if you want to look for apartments in Florianopolis, then they'd be a lot more expensive. I mean, it'd be a big challenge to find an apartment in Florianopolis for $50,000. And these other apartments I showed you would probably be double the price in Florianopolis. But if you chose a smaller city or town in the countryside, then you could potentially find apartments for even less money than the ones I showed you here. So I hope you like this video. Please leave a like, subscribe. If you've got any comments, leave in the comments section below. So thanks for watching. Until next time.